Funny, I was out in that area today.
Were you really?
Yeah.
What, I mean, what part of what area?
I had a You guys all ready? Well, let's get this going. All right. Good evening and welcome to the May Board of Adjustment meeting. My name is Amy Sherping and I am the chair of the Stearns County Board of Adjustment. I call this meeting to order. Please rise if able for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. I will conduct a call of board members. Jason is absent. Rob?
Here.
George?
Here.
Joe?
Here.
I'm here. John? Dave?
Yes.
Please place all electronic devices on silent. All comments and testimony shall be directed to the chair. All persons providing information must state their name and address for the record. The meeting will run as follows. I will read the variance request, which will open the public hearing. While I'm reading your request, the applicant or their representative should come forward and have a seat in front of the board by the microphone. Environmental Service staff will review the staff report and any correspondence has been received regarding the request. The applicant or representatives will state their name and address and provide any input, corrections, concerns, comments, etc. Board will discuss the request and ask questions of staff or applicants. Upon completion of board questions, I will ask if there is anyone in the audience wishing to speak to this request. If there is, that person should come to the podium, state their name and address for the record, and give their testimony. When all testimony is complete, I will ask the board members for a motion to close the public hearing. No further input will be taken once the public hearing is closed unless recognized by the chair or if one of the board members is seeking clarification. The board will review, discuss, and vote on the findings of fact. The findings are a series of questions that the board is required to answer based on the Minnesota statute and the requirements of the ordinance. All questions must be answered in the affirmative by the board in order to grant a variance request. First agenda item, a request from Ryan Heinen, Painesville, Minnesota, on behalf of Alan and Annie, and I apologize, is it Schrofer? Okay. Trust from the Stearns County Land Use Ordinance 439 to construct a feedlot structure 64 feet from the county road center line. Affected property is 28992 County Road 177, Painesville, Minnesota, Section 33, St. Martin Township. Which board members visited the site? Rob?
Yes.
George?
No.
Joe? Dave?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And I did myself. Staff report, please.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. So Ryan here is looking to construct a dairy parlor addition onto his feedlot. The farm itself was originally registered in 2023, so it does not have the benefit of no further encroachment from the ordinance that a registered before feedlot would. It's technically a registered after feedlot. So that is why they are not allowed no further encroachment. Let's see. The original registration was for 51 animal units. They currently have a feedlot permit application submitted to increase that to 99.8 animal units. The closest point of the current feedlot footprint is 65 feet from the county road center line. It's a legal nonconformity because the feedlot has been in operation since 2001, prior to 2001, and it's been consistently in use. So while it has been consistently in use, they don't get that no further encroachment because they were registered after that time period. County Road 177 is a dirt road with very minimal traffic, and the requested 64-foot setback is a 36% deviation from the 100% or 100-foot setback. A little bit more background about the site. The surrounding parcels are all zoned Ag 40 and Ag 80. I visited the site on April 7th, 2026. The site was compliant with Minnesota Rule 7020 for water quality discharge standards. Ryan is working towards becoming a certified organic dairy. Once he gets this dairy parlor addition up, he plans to operate it as certified organic. The closest residence is 961 feet to the northeast of the existing feedlot's closest point. The proposed barn would be over 1,000 feet away from the nearest neighbor's house. There are 7 feedlots and 12 residences within a mile of the proposed feedlot. St. Martin Township, the Painesville Press, County Highway Department, and property owners within 500 feet of the parcel were notified of the request. We received comment from the County Highway Department and the township that there were no concerns with the request in regards to road right-of-way setbacks or township setbacks. The proposed barn would be a new parlor-style milking barn with an attached milk room and utility rooms. The existing milking barn is a tie stall barn, and that would be converted to a holding pen for the new parlor facility if this were to be approved. And that's what I have for the staff report.
Applicant, can you please state your name and address for the record?
Ryan Heinen, 28607 County Road 177, Painesville.
Board
I have a question, Madam Chair. Ryan, what's your connection to Alan and Ann?
Currently I farm with Alan. Started about a year and a half ago. Alan is looking to try to find a couple of guys to start farming. And actually put an ad in the Dairy Star saying looking to get started on organic dairy. And Alan contacted me and talked it over, and we're currently working to purchase this site with 34 acres and then get the parlor started and start milking, and then purchase the remaining part of this farm, which is 140 acres. So, but
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I have a question for the applicant. Were any other alternatives considered in regards to adding on this addition? Just looking at the survey, seeing the 100-foot setback and, doing my site visit, part of the building looks like everything to the south is pretty much the south perimeter of the building is south of the 100-foot setback. So, were any other options considered? And other than this, because it looks like from just a global standpoint that there may be opportunity to do this addition without even needing the variance?
so originally I looked at trying to convert the existing barn and just put a parlor inside there. There's potential to do that. The thing I was looking at is the cost of modifying that barn. Right now it looks like it's in pretty good condition, but I had concerns that if I put a lot of money into modifying that barn and then down the road if find some structural issues or something, then I've invested a lot. And also with the new parlor, I could not have to try to fit it into the current barn dimensions and could make the parlor the way that I wanted to. Another thought I'd had was to try to put a new building off to the south of this barn, but then to try to use the barn as a holding area, the old barn. But then the cattle flow is, they got to come in and take a 90-degree turn, which is possible, but just makes everything more difficult. And then further south, we'd looked at, putting it maybe closer to some of the other buildings by our house, but trying to figure out how to get a semi-truck back there, a milk truck. There's not a lot of elevation, so like in the current feedlot area there, the dirt lot there, it's okay. So like right here, it's kind of wet. There's only like a 2-foot fall from the barn to there, and it's fairly flat the rest of the way. So there's not a lot of elevation to work with to try to, get the water to run the right way, I guess. So.
Ryan, is there only one well on that property, or is there another one? Are there any tile lines on there?
There's only one well right by the house here. It's an old well. I think it's hand dug. We plan to drill a new well so that we can be grade A and have enough water to supply, approximately 60 cow dairy. There's no other wells that I know of, and no tile.
One more question.
Go ahead.
You talked about the semi coming in. How's it going to get out? You're going to have to put a new driveway in?
Right now there's an approach right here.
Yeah, but the building would cover that.
Well, we'd use the same approach and just have it go this way. So the current, at Allen's farm where we milk right now, we asked that semi-truck driver to take a look, and he actually backed in there and was able to do it. So, but we'll have to improve that a little bit. Put, there's not much gravel or anything on that, but
Board members, any more questions for applicant or staff?
I've got a question for staff. I'm not sure if they can answer it, and it's a more curiosity thing. The 100-foot setback for the county road, I'm surprised that has a 100-foot setback. Is that, I mean, not all county roads have a 100-foot setback. I'm surprised that one would,
I couldn't answer why.
yeah, I mean, it's weird. To me, it's weird that would have a 100-foot setback. I mean, we wouldn't be here if it was, 33. But.
Madam Chair, and the ordinance doesn't differentiate between different county roads, so it's just one setback for all of the county roads. Yep.
Any more questions for applicant or staff? Is there anyone in the public that has testimony? Anyone in the public wishing to speak? Anyone in the public wishing to speak? When you get up to the podium, I'll have you state your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening. Thank you for taking me as a testimonial this evening. I am Jack Cashmitter. Birth name is John. I'm here with my wife, Teresa, and that this evening we live at 29742 County Road 177, Paynesville, Minnesota. We are located roughly about just a little over a mile from the existing farm of Ryan and Barb this evening to talk about in the testimonial to let you know that where we live, I've lived on my farm all my life, and this road, as you have stated, is a very minimal traveled road. I think we have more people wanting to look at our crops than at our farm sites. I think that's what we get for travel down our road for seeing how our sand farm is doing in that. So I took over my father's farm roughly around a little over 30 years ago. My wife joined me a little over 30 years ago, and she also comes from a dairy farm, and we certainly know the challenges, the work ethic it takes to be a dairy farmer, the advantages, the disadvantages, the area of economic threshold of good times and bad times throughout the life of our operation. We have discontinued our dairy operation a little over 5 years ago, and it's livestock has always been part of our life, and when you see the new birth of livestock in the pastures at this time of year, you kind of get attached to that. Little calves doing their little zoomies around the farm. So I've met Ryan roughly a little bit close to 2 years ago. Him and his wife Barb came to the operation, and I had a nice chance to get introduced to them by his mentor there of Alan Schreffer. Alan has been with us a little over, I believe, 25 years in our neighborhood, and has been an excellent neighbor along the way to provide comfort of knowing we have good neighbors in the area. I do support Ryan's activities here of expanding his dairy herd. In the past year and a half, I have seen his work ethic is strong in the livestock industry. He takes care of his animals like they're everybody's, including his own children, in that. So he knows livestock, I think, as well as anybody that's been in the livestock industry throughout their lifetime. So I would ask that the board of directors here would allow that variance to be completed. He wants to be a part of the operation of this county. We need to support dairy industry throughout the life of our future generations to make ourselves present in the state of Minnesota. So I want to thank you for allowing me to take the time this evening to support Ryan, and I hope that you can vote in favor of giving him the chance to continue his operation. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Is there anyone else that would like to testify? Have you state your name and address for the record, please?
Kenwich, 31161 Sauk Valley Road, Painesville, Minnesota. I'm Township Supervisor of St. Martin, so I just have a brief, Jack summed it up pretty much. When we got the papers in, at our meeting, the township has no problem with this. So we're okay. I just admire Ryan here for going ahead and trying to break into a world where most people are getting out of dairy, and you don't see too many young people trying to do this. So I hope it works out for him, and I hope that the board sees to go along with that. And it is a very lightly traveled road. So I guess that's all I've got to say. So thank you.
Kenny. Is there anyone else that's wanted to testify? Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, then I'm going to ask for a motion to close the hearing.
I'll move to close the public hearing.
George made a motion to close. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second from John. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say aye. Is there any final discussion? All right, public hearing is closed. We will be moving on to the finding of facts. Number 1, the proposed use is allowed in zoning districts in which the subject property is located, yes or no? Yes, Ag 40. George?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yeah.
Dave?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Number 2, the variance will be in harmony with the general purpose and the intent of the official controls, yes or no? Joe?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes, the purpose of the agricultural district is to preserve agricultural and rural character of Stearns County.
I'm also a yes, and I'm going to piggyback onto that with he does have the highway department blessing along with the township. And he is compliant within the water quality discharge standards too, which I think is huge. John?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Number 3, the variance will be consistent with the comprehensive plan, yes or no? I'm a yes under Ag use policies 1 and 2. Rob?
Yes, same thing.
Dave?
Yes, and also number 3 under agricultural goals, retain areas with highly valued agricultural land or economically viable animal agricultural operations.
Joe?
Yes, agricultural goals 1 and 2.
John?
Yes.
George?
Yes, agricultural goals, number 4.
Number 4, the property owner proposes to use the property in a reasonable manner. I'm a yes, it is reasonable to want to milk cows and raise livestock. George?
Yes, having a milking parlor is a reasonable use.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Number 5, the plight of the landowner is due to circumstances unique to the property not created by the landowner. George?
I'm going to say no. There's nothing that I can see unique to the property as shape, slope, steep hills that prevents the landowner from complying with the standard.
John?
I'm a yes.
I'm also a yes, and I'd like to point out the whole building envelope where we try to keep everything centralized. Rob?
I'm going to say yes. The county is the one that put the 100-foot setback on there, and the county highway gave it.
A
It's
blessing.
okay.
Dave?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Number 6, the variance if granted maintains the essential character of the locality. I'm a yes. If you guys happen to drive down the road or before the property, there's other similar structures. George?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yeah.
John, or Dave?
Yes.
George? Or Joe?
Yes.
Sorry. Number 7, the need for the variance involves more than economic consideration, yes or no? I'm a yes. Economics were not discussed. George?
I'm going to say no. Economics was mentioned multiple times in his variance request.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
I'm going to say yes. It's economic, but it's an efficiency in the process of milking.
Dave?
Yes.
Joe?
While economics were mentioned in the application, the discussion points that were provided today were outside of that, so I'm a yes.
Staff result, please.
Madam Chair, all questions were answered in the affirmative, majority affirmative.
Can I get a motion to grant this variance?
I'll make a motion to grant the variance.
Motion made by John. Can I get a second?
I'll make that second.
Second by Joe. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say aye. All right. Good luck, Ryan. Any questions you have, please direct them to staff.
Good luck.
Good luck. We're all done.
No.
All right, our second agenda item is the approval of minutes from our previous meeting. Are there any amendments, corrections to the minutes from the previous meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Unless they've been corrected already, when the motion to close the public hearing is made, all the ayes are listed, there's 8 people listed. Dave Bentrude's name comes up 3 times so his name should be omitted. Unless it's been corrected, but on the iPad here, when I just loaded it here, it's.
The mover. John.
Go back, Becky. I saw Dave Bentrude's name on there.
I thought you said it was for the approval of the minutes or the closing of the meeting. Go up?
It's after.
Right there.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay. Okay,
it'll
got
show
it.
up in all 3.
Okay. So removal of Dave's name on those. Okay.
Good catch.
See, I read them.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the amended meetings?
I'll make a motion.
John made a motion. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by George. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll move to adjourn.
George made a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Dave. All in favor, opposed, say aye.
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 Opposed. Next meeting is June 11th.
What's that agenda look like? Do we know?
Meeting adjourned.